Hello, dividend executives. Welcome back. The stock market is open, so you already know we are buying stocks, we are adding assets to the portfolio, and we are taking a look what we have on the docket for the last month of 2024. The account is sitting pretty much flat today, up 0.35%. For the week, up 2.28%. For the month, up 20%. Year to date, up 41%. 1 year, 45, and all-time 46. Just under 46, so 45.90 or $11,540. Not too bad for a high dividend account with a couple of options, a couple of wheels, and all premiums reinvested each and every single week. So let's take a look at it. Well, we have buying power here sitting at 3,101. We have some purchases to be made. If we look at the buying power, you guys know I use a little bit of margin. We came down significantly from last month. An update on that, I'll have probably around the 8th or the 9th of this month. I'll come out with my fourth series on the options, but on the margin. We're about 6,300 as of right now. But we have some buying power available. We have a lot of options that are absolutely printing money for the account. And what I do with this money, well, I just take it and I buy more dividends. So I use Robinhood's money to sell cash secured puts on the margin side. It's completely free if I don't get assigned. Then I take all that premium and I buy more dividend stocks. So up 105 on the CleanSmart puts, up $15 on the MSTY puts, up $72 on the BITO puts, and up $109 on the other MSTY puts. So not too bad, about $300 right there, made purely off clicking a couple of buttons. So not too shabby. These are the stocks we hold in the account. We're up significantly on a lot of them. Let's check our total. Here we go. Total equity, so you can see where I have the bulk of my money. Obviously, SCHD, VTI, the 3 DTE funds, and YieldMax are my main funds that I'm stacking money into as of right now. We have a lot of updates to go over this week. We have some assets to buy. Going to be doing some nice buying today. And we have the NVDY, the YieldMax dividends that are coming out. We have the ex-dividend date for tomorrow on a bunch. And a lot of paychecks coming in. So first and foremost, let's check the dividends. How are we doing so far for December? TSLY came in at $65.52. YieldMax came in at $58.32, which is nice to see. Finally, that's going up because we bought a bunch more shares. JEPQ came in at $15.33. BITO only $17.30. That is because we had the 300 shares that we let get called away so that we could book the nice profit there and get back to the put selling side of things. And then 164 on Stag. So you may ask, well, why did I let BITO go? So yeah, I'm only getting $17.30 worth of dividends. But let's take a look at what we've been doing on the option side of things. So there's 78. If we come into BITO, we can actually take a look at the history here and you can see what we're doing. We're paying ourselves. Let's go to this one and BITO. Boom. So we're paying ourselves on the put sides. We sold the shares. We got $6,600 back. And then we sold the put for $144, right? So we paid ourselves a dividend already by just selling puts. If we get assigned the shares back, great. If not, we'll just keep selling. Options to try and get our shares back. And if we can make $100 to $200 a month just selling puts, trying to re-enter BITO, that is a dividend in itself. So that's the look for that. YieldMax came out, and we can look at the numbers here in a little bit, but 23-cent dividend for the week, so that's going to be nice. We have a bunch of shares of YieldMax. If we look at YieldMax, we have 194 shares as of right now, and then NVDY, $1.18. So not bad, up from $1.02 last dividend payment. But first and foremost, let's buy ourselves some assets. If you guys are new here, don't forget to drop a like or a sub, but we are trying to build a massive dividend snowball, high yield dividend portfolio. We started it at 0 last year. We're building it up. I think I can get this to $50,000 within the next, I don't know, I'd probably say I could probably get it by mid next year if all things go right. That's a $14,000 gain. I think I can get it done. And I'm going to do that by just buying stocks each and every single week, depositing money each and every single week, reinvesting all premiums from options, reinvesting all dividends, and slowly stacking this snowball so that we can get it large enough to pay my mortgage someday. Probably will take me 5 to 10 years, but that is the goal, to pay my mortgage eventually off of pure dividend income. So what do we do to do that? Well, we buy stocks each and every single week. We increase our dividend income, and we increase that dividend snowball. So the first one on the list is going to be CONY. We are down on this position on a average cost basis. On a total return basis, we are way up. But on the average cost, it's time to buy ourselves some more. So what am I doing? I'm buying $100 of assets today. This is going to buy me 5.66 shares. It's going to lower my cost basis. It's going to add to my share count, and it's going to add to my dividends. If we look at the dividend we were paid on this last month, we were paid $160, so $2 per share. We just bought ourselves 5 shares. If that happens again, we just increased our dividend income for this one by $10 if all things stay equal. So we've been buying this one. We bought it back on November 27th. We bought it again on December 4th. I want to slowly stack this one up. The cost basis is down, but as you guys know, obviously I'm up. I mean, just look at these 2 dividends right there, the 160 and the 88. Those surpass the -1. Just one of them surpasses the total return on this one. So we are obviously in the green big time on this one, but want to dollar cost average every single month if I can and add to our position on CONY, especially going into this bull run. We've seen crypto assets just absolutely go crazy. So it's fun to see that. Next one on the list is going to be YieldMax, one of my favorites. I've been adding to this one like crazy. We're going to buy another $100 worth of this one today. We're going to be spending $400 today. We're adding 5.39 shares, it looks like, on this one. So we'll increase the position. And this one's going to increase our cost basis. We're up 2.8% on the position overall, but now we're at 199.38 shares. Drip on Friday will push me well above 200 shares, so it's nice to see that. I want to get this position probably to that $6,000 to $8,000 mark. I'm just going to keep buying it. It's 8.54% of the portfolio as of right now. Next on the list, NVDY. We are up on this position about 5.8%. It's had a nice dip as of late. If we look at the last month, yeah, it's pretty flat. So not too shabby. We want to buy ourselves some more shares here. 72 shares right now, $1,800, 4.37% of the portfolio. And so you probably guessed it, another $100 going in here. That's going to buy me 3.8 shares. With the dividend that's going to be coming in this week, that should increase. I mean, just right there, that's about, what, $4 worth of dividends forward-looking that we just bought ourselves each and every single month. So not too bad. So NVDY added to the portfolio. And then the next one, you know it, XDT and QDT are almost to that 150 mark where I wanted them by the end of the year. They should be fine. The next one on the list was RDT. We've been slowly buying this one, getting it up. We're up 5.62% on the position as of right now. So we're going to buy ourselves some more shares. Yes, we are averaging up, but you know me, I don't care. We're adding 2.2 shares. We're increasing the dividends, and we are increasing how much we're going to get paid each and every single week. So 13.57% of the portfolio. Really heavy on these ones. Why? Well, I want exposure to the entire market, right? So RDT gives me the Russell 2000. QDT gives me the NASDAQ, and XDT gives me the S&P 500. So nice balanced approach there. We're just trying to get the RDT and the YieldMax position up in terms of total capital. And as we keep getting more dividends, we will keep increasing those positions, and the snowball will get bigger each and every single week. So those are the purchases for the week. Let's go over some updates. Made a tweet last night when I received the information. Roundhill announced their dividend distribution X date of 12/5, which if you're watching this on the day that I posted the video, this will be ex-dividend date will be tomorrow. Pay date will be on Friday. Today is Wednesday as of the posting of this video. So QDT is to 23.5 cents per share, which is up from last week at the 22 cents. XDT is 23.5 cents per share as well, which is up from the 18.5 cents last week. Nice recovery there on XDT, and nice to see both of those go up. RDT down to 28.2 cents per share, still really good and above the average, I believe, but it is down from the 32.7 cents last week. So let's jump into, that's the XDT. Now let's jump into YieldMax. A lot of you have probably already seen these numbers, but worth going over. YieldMax, 23.77 cents. We talked about that. Last week it was 30.56 cents, so down a little bit on YieldMax. YMAG is down to 27 cents. NVDY, $1.18 per share. This is down from $1.02 last. I'm sorry, this is up from $1.02 last month. We did have NVIDIA earnings at the end of November. I believe it was like November 20th or so. So maybe a little bit of the elevated premiums because of that gave us a higher payout, but I'm still happy with that. $1.18 there. Dips, FBY, GDXY, BABO, JPMO, MRNY, and then PLTY at $3.34. My gosh, that one's absolutely massive. Things to look forward to next week. We have YMAX and YMAG, of course. CONY is going to be coming, which you just saw. I added money to that today, so that'll increase that. FIAT, MSFO, AMDY, NFLY, ABNY, PYPY, and UTLY. Those are the ones on deck for next week. So that's the update there. And then last but not least, let's jump into the spreadsheet. Let's look at the numbers. Let's see how we're doing. You can see here at the bottom, I'm starting to populate stuff for 2025. Obviously, we have a shortened list. I have been working really hard. I think I was up to 25, almost 30 assets, and I have brought it down, I believe, to 16 assets. So we are starting to get ready for 2025. Things are going to get crazy, and we are going to blow all the goals out the door. I already know that. So December, we're off to a nice start. $158 so far came in. Obviously, we saw BITO, JEPQ, STAG, TSLY, and YMAX have come in. We have on deck almost probably $200 coming in between Roundhill and YieldMax this week, coming in on Friday. So let's take a look at the numbers on the option side of things. $50 so far in December, $455 for last month. A lot of the options on the table you just saw were sold obviously in November, and then as soon as those expire, we will start selling more in December. So hoping to get that $250 to $500 probably here in the month of December, so we can boost this number up closer to that $3,500 mark, and our average per month for the month of for 2024 being around $300 a month. So nice added there. It's top stocks for the year: BITO, of course, NVDY, CONY, QDT, and TSLY. And then let's look at our numbers. 1,376 for last month in November. December, we're probably going to be around that. I don't know. It just really depends. We'll probably be around that $1,100 to $1,400 mark, depending on how much money I put in the account and how the dividends end up looking. But we should get close to that $8,000 mark. If not, we should crush through the $8,000 mark for December of 2024, and $8,000 for all of 2024. So that's the updated numbers there. This is where the money's been coming in. 78% so far being YieldMax, 21% other, and Roundhill will be coming in later. If we look at the graphic here, we're slowly building. $192 last year in 2024. Now at $158 so far this week. We will surpass last year's number, obviously, on Friday. So those are looking really good. Want to give you an update here. I changed the coloring. I know some people said it was really hard to see with that lighter green, so we ended up changing that. Important data here. QDT average over the last 4 payments, 24 cents. XDT as well, 24 cents. RDT, 34 cents. So what does that tell you? Well, RDT came a little bit under its average this last week. And then QDT and XDT are pretty much in line. They are averaging, I mean, if you look at this, 23 cents, 22 cents, 25 cents, 25 cents on QDT. So nice, 24 cents. Same with XDT, 23, 18, 25, 27. That 18 obviously really hurt it, but not looking bad. If we look at the dividends coming in on Friday for me, just based off the share count I had in here, $34 from QDT, $34 from XDT, and $35 from RDT. So that's about $100 there. And then on the YMAX side of things, about $45. So about $150 coming in through these assets. How are they holding up long term? Well, this is the number. This is the stuff that really excites me when we're talking about dividend snowballs. I love watching this number come up. I know we talk about it every week, but these are the things as dividend investors that keep you going. Your drip continues to get bigger, your share count continues to get bigger, and the total return continues to stack, right? So last week, $32 came in from QDT. We bought ourselves 0.7 shares, moved the odd lot up to 147. This week, we're closer and closer to the 150. Total return on that, 10.93% or $702. XDT, similar picture, up to 145 shares, half a share dripped last week. 9.21% total return or 720.83. So 702, 720, and then RDT 551. This one we have not had for as long, but we are still dripping close to that $1 per share now. We boosted it, you can see, from the 74 shares up to the 125, now 126, and then we just bought more shares just barely. So we should be getting close to 1 share per week on drip, which will slowly increase those dividends, especially if we're going to be getting around that 25 to 30 cents every single week. Not too bad. YMAX, this one is one we've been really focusing on as of late. $58 received last week. Gonna receive a nice chunk this week, like we said, about $45. That's gonna buy us around 3 shares, and we're gonna get our drip close to that $200 or that 200 share mark ever so fast. 9.88% return on our money there. I forgot to say RDT 9.56%. So a lot of people say NAV erosion. Well, total return has all these about 10% return on all three of these. Now, have the indices been doing great? Yes, but that's why we're invested in these. So things are looking really, really good. The portfolio is slowly building. And then, as we talked about in a couple of days, I will be coming out with our 4th month on this series, which is where I showcase the margin I used, how much money I made from the margin used, and was it worth it. These are the numbers from the last 3 months. I will get it updated as soon as I get charged the margin interest. Here, I believe it comes on December 8th. Not exactly sure what day. It usually comes in between the 7th and the 9th. So when that comes in, I will make a video on that, and we will get an update on how much I paid in margin, was it worth it, how much I received in dividends, and if I were to do that, how for a year, how would the numbers look? So that is the update for this week. Hopefully 2024 has been great for you guys as investors. Hopefully you continue to stack those assets each and every single week, and hopefully my content is helping or motivating everybody to continue to stack those dividend backs. Thank you everybody as always for the support. Thank you for all those loyal commenters and people that watch my video each and every single week. I really appreciate it. It keeps me motivated to keep posting. I know I have a couple in the community like Craig and Matt that just continue to post each and every single week on my videos, and I appreciate that. So thanks everybody. Happy investing. We'll catch you.